Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Pelvic Wellness Corner. And today I have a pleasure of having Amy Chen with us. And Amy is my longtime friend since last year when we learned about an amazing wellness company and when we start to chat and about our passion and our vision. Then we get to know each other a little bit more. And today I have a pleasure of having her sharing with us. So welcome, Amy.
Hi, thank you, Henny, for having me today.
Yeah, so I know, Amy, you have been doing a lot, not just a mom of two, but um, also in your own career and development, you have been into health and wellness, and I know you are a business consulting and regional manager in the dentistry world. I would love to hear more about your story and what led you to where you are today, and yeah, just give us some inspiration
Yeah, I would
and
love to.
sharing for my audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how do you want me to start? Did you want to ask me some questions?
Definitely, definitely. So, Amy, what does building a life you don't need to escape from mean to you? So that's kind of like a concept, but to many people, they probably don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
So maybe you can explain a little bit more.
Yeah, so for me in this world, I really believe first, of course, in God. The second thing is we all have a life and a purpose to build. And how do you find those purpose? Because a life without the purpose, it's really meaningful. Like that's how my perspective is. And but then it's also we also face a lot of challenges in order to grow. And the reason why, I did give you this title, like, how do you build a life so that you don't need to escape? Like, I'm sure most people would not oppose that there are so many life challenges that we just wish we don't have to face it the next day. So, like for me, it really means creating a life where I don't constantly need to wait for the weekends. Like I enjoy Mondays, I wake up with energy, and a lot of times we always just look forward to like, oh, I need a vacation. I wish I could retire early. But how can we build a life where we could feel happy every single day? So it's really not about having a perfect life. We all have challenges, like even myself. I'm all like, there is stressful things. As you know, I'm a regional manager in dentistry. So life is stressful. And with two teenager girls, it doesn't make it easier either. So there are difficult seasons and challenges in my life where I wake up most days that I wanted to feel aligned and still knowing who I am and like how am I going to live that day and then the rest of the life, right? So I wanted to work on my work, my health, my relationships, my faith, and then also the personal growth to work together just instead of like competing each other. Because a lot of times we're like, it's either you don't have your health and then you will have to sacrifice for your career kind of thing. So I do believe that we can have it all. It's a growth that how you achieve that. So when those everythings are aligned, like life feels really meaningful and rather something that we have to escape from.
Yeah, so that really resonate with also what I do too. That is also my vision and mission behind uh, my work as well as a health coach and a physical therapist. So I'm so glad to have met you. And also, also remember when I met you at school, actually, I saw you standing up on the stage. I was like, oh, that's someone I know. It's actually Amy. So that was also a surprise for me last time when I saw you on stage at school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, was there a moment when you realized something that needed to change in your life
Yeah.
that
Well, I
led you to
mean,
where you are today?
right.
Yeah.
So, there's really no one big moment where I feel like it has to be changing, but then it's more like a series of moments. Like, so what I mean by that, like, and on books, people might look really successful on paper, but then I also realize that I'm spending a lot of time taking care of others and rather taking care of myself. So I keep pouring into my career. I put a lot of time on there. And then because I'm like a leaders where there's teams that I have to lead them. So I pour a lot of to my teammates too. And I wasn't really asking for myself that's what do I really need in life for myself. So the realization will really start in like focusing on our health journey. So as you know, I'm sure you understand what how health is important to us, right, Henny? And then personal development and also leadership, because being a leader, we also have to grow ourselves and becoming the leader that we want to lead the great team, and also with the faith and also creating better boundaries. So I stopped asking like how do I survive, but instead I start asking like how do I thrive?
Yeah, so you are a healthcare leader, entrepreneur, wife, mom, so many things. So how do you avoid losing yourself while serving everyone else?
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I really don't know how. I don't always get that right, especially when you have growing teenagers too. So what I mean, what I've been learning is like we cannot really pour from an empty cup. This is something where I'm sure if you scroll on social media, it just happens to show up a lot. Like, don't pour on it. But what does it really mean to us? Because a lot of times we people who are very like empathy, like we do feel like, oh, is self-care selfish? So it's actually not. Like self-care is really taking care of like we exercise, we take time for prayers, we work on our personal growth, and we have our quiet time. And taking care of my health is really like the responsibilities for myself, and it's not really luxuries to be honest. It's necessity. So like to better take care of myself, being a better leader, being a better wife, being a better mother, and a friend of others. I work on who I want to become. So you don't really find yourself by serving everyone else, but you really find yourself like first, like how do I serve myself first, and then you will be more full in different places.
100%. That is also what I and why I do what I do, right? So you have to have your own health in order to be able to serve other people and also faith too. So yeah, so without faith, everything fails. So I also would like to hear a little bit more about how you put everything together and what role has health and wellness play in helping you build the life you want?
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, health is really everything. It's a foundation. So a few years ago, I thought that health was really just about weight loss. And now I see it as like energy, it's confidence, and also it's mental clarity, your emotional intelligence these days, and then also your longevity. So living a longer lifespan, how do you live a happy longer lifespan, right? So when we really do feel better physically and you show up differently in every area of your life, you become more patient and more productive. And then you're also more confident and more present. So health isn't really the goal, but it is the foundation of how we allowed ourselves to pursue in every other goals that we have in life.
Yeah, so without health, you are really losing ground, losing foundation. So it really ties into everything. So that's why I'm in the health in this healthcare field for like the past
Yeah.
16 years. And
Yes.
yeah, so very, very important. And it is the foundation of all. Because without health, everything falls apart.
Yeah.
So how important have community mentorship and like surrounding yourself with the right people being in your journey?
So, surrounding the right people. So, well, everything changed when I realized that the proximity really matters. Okay, so like sometimes one conversations can save you years. That's when you bump into a good mentor. And one mentor can also change your life like dramatic, like tragically. And a community, like because with the right community, it raises your standards. So we often say like your circle of people. If you're the fifth person in that circle, you become that sixth person. And then I have been very fortunate to learn from other people who already have been living the kind of life that I want to build. So not just financially successful, but really like healthy, fulfilled, and impactful. So who do you want to spend time with? It really shapes what you believe and it's possible.
Yeah, yeah. Can you share a little bit more, like how you balance everything, who you spend time with? Like, is your family, your local community, or is it
Yeah.
your online community? Can you tell us a little bit more?
That's a really great question. Like balance. Honestly, it's hard to balance because let's say, hey, we want everything, like family, work, and then with business and also with community at church. So, I mean, first, I do believe that you have to have a schedule and be very intentional. I identify what are the things that truly don't serve the purpose and the vision in my life first, and then I cut those things out. And then the next thing is priority, like what is the most important, right? Like today, being here presently, that's one of my priority that I would have my schedule, making sure this time slot it's for Henny's podcast. And then another time, like you'll be like, okay, then the next thing, what's next? Next, it's really, of course, we have to pick up our kids later. So,
Definitely,
so
yes.
we want to make sure we just plan it really well because nothing, if it's not on the schedule, it's not going to happen.
Right. So
Mhm.
everything has its place.
Yeah.
So we just have to be organized in our time
Yeah.
and in our space so then everything will fall into their place. And that's
Yes.
what it means for like a successful mom or a successful woman managing home and career, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we're both
Yeah,
learning, but definitely we're
definitely.
both ahead.
Yeah. So what advice would you give women who felt stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected from themselves?
Yeah, like usually people who have these are usually like, our imagination is actually worse than what the reality is. So I would really say start small, and then you really don't have to feel like I have to reinvent my entire life by tomorrow. So like take small walks, every little steps at a time, right? And then I mean take some time to meditate, read books, 10 pages a day, or like, and then obviously we have to pray. Like for me, that's my priority. And ask for help. Learning to ask for help, it's actually not easy, I find, for moms. So learn to ask for help and really join a community. A strong community will actually really change your life, like because we all need some social interactions. And then having some honest conversations to God, to ourselves, and to people that we're like collaborating, like to our husband, to our kids, and to people that we're working with, right? So be honest, be authentic. And what is the most breakthrough that don't happen? It's like they don't happen with one big giant step because it's hard to just jump. But instead, we walk little small steps through the stairs, keep doing it, repeat it over and over again, over and over, and then also stay consistent. So really is remembering that we're not stuck. If we're stuck today, it does not mean it's forever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. That resonated with me a lot, and that's also something that I personally share with my friends,
Hmm.
fellow moms, or my client as well. So it is really finding that balance, finding that priority, and be consistent, and most importantly, and to build a good foundation of health and faith and spiritually healthy. That's really build you up into a successful life and to also be a light to
Yep.
shine in your community. That's
Yep.
how
Yeah,
I
I
would
love that. Be the
frame
light.
it.
That's
Yes,
right.
that's definitely. So, 5 years from now, what would you hope people say about you, Amy Chen? So, how do you want people to describe you? Oh, maybe 5 years from now, where are you heading towards?
So, well, I mean, I'm definitely heading towards like I do hope that people, because of me, I do make them feel seen because there's a lot of times where I did not have that, and this is where I wanted to help others. And helping others to believe in themselves. There's always a saying like, "I'll brainwash you so that you remember that I truly believe in you and you can do this." So, and then of course, leadership with leading with integrity. That's one thing that I'm always stand by for. And I care for a lot of people more than the just transactional. So that's how I would love people to actually see that. And then also showing that like it's possible when ordinary people want to just also commit to growth, health, faith, leadership, and serving others. So in my life, inspired even just a few people to build a life that they want and they don't have to escape from. That's to me consider a success.
That's so perfect. So I would say the theme for today is to build a life that you don't have to escape from. So that's the main theme that we want to bring the message out for people who are watching, who are interested in this podcast episode. So if anyone would like to be in touch with you, do you want to leave some connection or a message so people
Yeah.
could reach you? Do you have a website, email, or Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah.
For my audience.
Yes, for sure. Like I mean, my I always say my social media, it's my business card. So I would always I love to share my Instagram. So my handle it's Meet Lady Boss Amy. If you don't mind, Henny, please drop it on the comment or anywhere that you feel like it's
Definitely.
appropriate for.
Okay. Thank you
Okay.
for allowing me to share your Instagram with all the
Yeah.
friends.
Thank
Okay,
you.
it was nice having you, Amy, today. I hope we will have another time to share and hear some updates from you as well. So thank you all, and we have to rush also
Yeah, I
to see
know.
our
Time to pick up
kids.
our kids.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you.